Greetings to you all once again. So we sorry, apologize for not uploading for quite some time, in having a bit of some problems and also some workload. And also on top of that, just the market has been acting all crazy, so that has also led to us not wanting to post just for the sake of posting, but you want to post content that will build and also show you that, or even necessarily not show you anything but educate you. So but then if the market is not going good, it's pointless to be posting market outlooks for something that you're not going to be trading or just trying to force things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do our monthly or weekly setups. I'm going to start with CAD JPY, and I'm going to move on to your JPY, GBP JPY, GBP USD, and USD CAD. And then I'm going to finish with the dollar index, or in fact what I can do is start with the dollar index. As you can see with the dollar index on weekly, we're rejecting a weekly level there, but we're not so much on weeklies. We just trade more of our daily. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move now to daily, just to understand what is indeed happening to the level that you're currently at. You can see this is the level, and price is failing to break above, but I'm also gonna just go to the next one, which is just up here, just to see what could probably happen. Now coming back here, you can see that the daily higher lows is this, the daily higher low, the next one is just here, and the next one is just here, or the last one is just here. So these are the higher lows that we will say that the market could potentially reject to or come back to at a later stage, or even as the market progresses. And as you can see now, the daily high or the weekly high, we're just faking out and just trying to break above, but we're failing to break above it. But then the rest is that these higher lows, this recent daily higher low, the market hasn't really tried to come back to. So I'm gonna just make sure that I label them to be daily lows, and just make sure that I also label this one as a daily high, because this is the highest high we've reached before the market just started playing just here. So then I'm gonna remove this one. I'm not gonna try and do this. I'm gonna try and do this so that you could maybe most probably now force a bit of a channel. But what I'm gonna try is to understand what is indeed happening just inside here, right? So this is still a daily high. Now market started creating a bit of I'd say a trend inside this between this daily high and this daily low, and from there it tried to break to the downside or break to the upside, but kept on coming back. So now the only thing we could be potentially seeing here is that market could break to the upside, or just try to push to the daily high and fully retest it, or it can just come back to the daily low and retest it, and from there it can push to the upside or break to the downside and continue to the downside. But we're not gonna really look at it on 4 hours. It's not really clear. So 1 hour, like this looks like we might have to do what we don't want to do. Let me just go back to a 4H and show you this, that we had a bit of a trend line here. The market didn't really play out. Now we have this one right here. So now since we have that trend line, it has been broken, and it's as if my market's coming back to retest, and also this is a potential level where the market is failing to break. which is a 1 hour level. That is why it's painted in a 1 hour color. So from there, what you can see is that we have a higher low, or higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we could potentially see market breaking below this level and then coming to the daily low, or it could potentially break above this level and push to the daily high. That's the only thing we have right now. So it's either this, in fact, let me just label it, it's either this or it's either this. And that's it on dollar index. Start with CAD JPY, start on weekly, trying to see what the market has done, where the market is at, and where it's trying to move towards to. So the highest high we have is just up here. Fortunately, there's no other one. Then we have 1, 2 up here. And then I think this could also it's the daily low. The daily low. That's why it would make more sense on a daily. So this is our daily low, and this is our daily high. Like this is our daily high, just up there. So from here, the back, there's nothing we can use, unfortunately. For me, there's nothing, we can't do anything here because the market has been shooting to the upside. It didn't even give us any structure while moving to the upside. It was just moving in one direction. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move to 4H and try and understand what is happening in 4H. By the way, this is our daily high, and this is our weekly high. Then from there, this is our daily low, and as you can see, we have 4H higher lows. So this is our first higher low, and then this is our second higher low. Just gonna fix it now. So second higher low, then this is our main 4 hour higher low, the one that currently is holding the market from moving to the downside, right? So this is indeed the level that we're currently looking towards, seeing what the market will be doing to it. So now, as you can see, we have that, right? We have our 4 hour high on daily higher high and 4 hour higher low. Here it's not a daily high low, it's a 4 hour high low, because on daily it's not so much visible. So now these are 4 hour high lows, all of them, right? So if we want to, we can really just label them. So what is currently happening here is that we are indeed in a very bullish trend, and the only time we can say we are now bearish is if we break below this 4 hour higher low and start seeing price push and create lower highs and lower lows. But before that, we just have to wait and see what the market wants to do, and there's nothing else, unfortunately. Then if we can move to 1H now and analyze what is currently happening here, you will see that there is indeed structure just in between these two levels. Don't forget that you have a high low, a 4-hour high low that matters, and a 4-hour daily high that really matters. But from 1 hour, you can see that we have a bit of a structure forming just right here, and I think we can have it like a falling. It has like a bit of a falling channel, and it broke above. So then also you need to understand that this was our high. Just also trying to make you understand what this structure is doing. This is our high, this is our low, this is our high, this is our low, but this is our lower high when this became our lower low. This is 1 hour structure, not the 4-hour one. This is just the minor trend. And then this is our lower high when this became our lower low, and then this became our lower high as this became our lower low. Now I'm going to clear the structure and now mark our recent lower high, which is now this one, right? We have this one right here as our lower high that has potentially been broken. But in order for us to start considering buys, we have to see price pushing to the upside. I'll just show you the level right now after I'm done fixing this trend line. The level is this one. We're just trying to see price breaking above this. If price can break above, then I could take a buy to here or even just here, right? Now we're just gonna leave that as a daily high and just gonna do this and United target. What's happening? Target for buys. I'm gonna just make it to the right. Just make it black. So if price decides to break above this, that's what we are going to do. But if it doesn't break above that, then unfortunately we're not going to take any buys. So I'm expecting that price is going to break above and come back here. Or if it doesn't, then it could be just respecting. You will see that there is a bit of a forming head and shoulder. So we could be having such a double top way, and then price decides that it will drop to the downside. But for now, we're just waiting for the market to break to the upside, and we could also consider the fact that this level could also hold. So that's why I'm waiting to see price coming back up here and breaking up. Then we could be taking buys, and I think it's more like more than 100 pips. That's 121 pips. So but if we do get sells, then just know that we'll have to wait up until this 4H high low has been broken. But if it hasn't been broken, unfortunately we're not gonna take anything. Moving to your JPY, we're just gonna start back on also daily, but this one is a bit different. It has indeed hit the daily high, the weekly high I meant to say, and this weekly low is the same as the daily low. So now I'm just gonna move to, after I'm done with my highs, I'm gonna move to daily. As you can see, this becomes our daily low, but you're just gonna put it here for 1 hour purposes. It has rejected our weekly high. Then this is our daily high and low. Just gonna make it like this, the daily level. Just gonna hide it. The daily high low. And then yeah, that's it on daily. You have a daily high up here with the weekly, so no point in writing it, but we're just gonna move to 4H and also fix the daily high low, and then from there just mark it into making sure that we do understand what is happening on a lower time frame. So this is a daily low, this is a daily high, and then also we haven't broken above this. So now I'm gonna also move it to a 4H high low. So I'm just gonna use the line again, just being consistent with what I'm doing. Then we have the next one are just 4H high lows. So this is a 4-hour high low, this is a 4-hour high low, and then we have this one as a 4-hour high low. So now these are just going to be taken into consideration just in case the market decides to start dropping, and they will be there just to make sure that we have a level to refer to for take profit and so forth. So I'm just also, let me just make this. So now this one is also a bit different. As I said, we see that now we have a bit of a trend line on our channel that the price has broken out of. Even if we try and force like this, you will see that we had a bit of a structure trying to hold the market from going down, but now it has been broken, and we could anticipate that price could continue to the upside or price could start dropping to the downside. And then the only thing that I can do right now is just to go to 1 hour and just see how the structure is indeed building out. So the top one is still proper. What is happening is that we had a bit of a consolidation area. You can see here, a bit of a consolidation area where price was failing to break to the upside and also failing to break to the downside, but it broke, and also unfortunately price came back in. So now we can't see this, you can't say there were higher highs and higher lows. It was just price just ranging here, and then price came back in and came back here. So for me with this one, we could only just wait for price to break below this, and unfortunately it's a lot of pips for one to wait for, because I think it's like 200 pips if I'm not wrong. No, it's 140 pips. So the only risk I might take is for price, if price breaks below this again, I'm gonna take the sell to this level, and just that's it, just gonna have it. But if price tries to break inside again, I don't know if it's enough pips for me with regards to my stop loss placement. I don't know if that for me to take a buy, but this is just an overview, not a signal. Just anticipating that your JPY pairs might start now dropping, but for now the only thing we can do is just wait and be patient to see if they're gonna drop or they're gonna continue to the upside. So but nevertheless, that's it on GBF and your JPY. And when I move on GBP JPY, I'm gonna start on daily, try and see what is happening on daily. You can see that we're gonna need to start on weekly to see the levels up there. Same with your JPY, we have indeed retested the highest high. What's happening? We have really indeed retested the highest high, then going down to daily, and also just marking the lowest low, just down here. And as you can see, we have a higher low just here. where the market is failing to break below it, and the highest high where the market is also failing to break above it. So we're gonna go back to 4H. We're gonna see that this is our higher low. So now the best thing I'm gonna do is what I did again on EURJPY. It's our high low, and we're just gonna write it 4H plus 1 day high low, and we're just waiting to see if price is going to indeed break below this. Let me just open it up so that you could have you could see it being a bit visible compared to how it is at the moment. So this is our higher low. We could have this as another higher low here, where you could just anticipate that the market might hold as it has been holding. Then we have another higher low just here, and I think this is a higher low, but I don't want to use it because too close. We have another higher low, and then we have this higher low and the daily low. So then the daily low is a bit different compared to everything, but with this one, unfortunately we have a shoulder ahead, and we could potentially be seeing a shoulder here, and this would be the neckline right there. Or if you can have it just like this with two trend lines and be having the neckline, which the market could potentially drop to the downside. I can't be seeing anything like this, unfortunately. As I said, when the market was moving to the upside, it was moving a bit too nasty for us to even see potential chart patterns in terms of channels and wedges and so forth. But now it's seeing that the market is now giving a bit of an inverse head and shoulder, which is and could be a reversal pattern, but unfortunately it doesn't end there. You can see a bit of structure just going down the time frame. You can see that now we have something now similar to CAT-JPY, whereby price now on 1 hour, as we have been, this is our high, our low, our high, our low. There's a bit of a double bottom, lower high, lower low, and there's a lower high and a lower low. So since we've had this level as a lower low, and it has been holding the price from going anywhere. So what you could potentially see with this one, since the 4-hour high low can't be broken, or is not being broken at the moment, we could be seeing that the price could break above this 1 hour lower high. So it's gonna be 1H lower high. So if price could break above this one, it'll just be on the top. Price could break above, we could see price retesting and pushing once again to the highest high, and that could potentially be what, 260 pips. But if it cannot break to the upside, we could be seeing price coming back to the next higher low, or coming back to this 4-hour and daily higher low. And that's it for GBP JPY. So this one, starting on daily, I'm just gonna clear everything because it has been analyzed before this session. So with this one, the reason why I don't really think we would be getting buys at the moment is because even the daily higher low here, it hasn't really got into it, except for this one where it's just trying to break to the upside. It's like there's no information as to if it wants to consolidate or what does it want to do. So this is our daily low, the recent daily low before the market went up just here, and it never was retested. So now this is also our daily low, where the market is just created the low before it tried to push to the upside. So I'm going to remove this, in fact, and now use this so that you can see what is currently happening. Right. So as we were going down, this was our daily lower high, as this was our lower low. This was our lower high, as this was our lower low. But price broke above this and closed even above this, then came back in, and now this now becomes a bit of a different structure on the lower time frame. So on a 4-hour time frame, also while we take into consideration of the levels that we have. No, this is 4 minutes. I was a bit confused as to what's happening. 4 hour, we have this as our low. As you can see that the price is broken above. We have this as our high. So now this becomes our 4 hour higher high, 4 hour high, in fact. Gonna be a 4H high. And then as long as price is trading below this and also above this, then we could potentially consolidate. And then now we're just gonna go to 1H and just see what is happening. As you can see, I'm just gonna fix my high here. We're just gonna read now the structure. Right. I'm gonna stop with this one because USD CAD is a bit messy. So I have a high, a low, I meant to say a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and price tried to break below, and it did. Close, came back inside, started consolidating, and then we had our higher high. And this is our 1 hour higher low that hasn't been broken, that has been broken in fact, but price came back inside once again, and after it came back inside, look at what has happened. Price started consolidating again. Right, so now once we were going down here, since we did really break, we could wait to see price breaking out of this. Now we have a bit of a channel forming here, that if price is failing to break above this channel, you could potentially see it respecting the channel and coming back to the daily low, the very same daily low that you have created. And if it doesn't, then it could potentially now drop to the ultimate daily low that I have said we haven't really reached it. So what would make us get an entry? If we wanted an entry here for a sell, just look for price breaking below this level, as also it has been holding for quite some time just back there. So if price breaks here, we could be looking to take our sales just below here with our stop loss. Our sales just here with our stop loss just above, and our take profit is here, which is enough iron out. So but if it goes up, we could be looking to take buys above this level, and a stop loss just here, and a take profit above here, which is also just enough risk reward. So I'm just gonna do this, and indeed that's it from us with the session today. Please comment on what you'd love to see. We're thinking of doing more of our trade reviews or trade recaps of how we took trades when the market allows, because now it's a bit crazy. When the market allows, we want to show you how we take trades and what is the outcome of that trade, even if it's a loss or a win. If it's a loss, we're going to tell you the lesson behind it. If it's a win, we're going to also tell you the lesson behind it. But if you want something more, just also comment and say what you want to see. And that's it from us, TheAnonymousFX. Cheers.